Hi guys, today we're going to make an authentic dish from Tamil Nadu, where my wife's from. It's the sambar. A lot of people have been asking me how to make sambar. So today I decided to call the expert to help me with the sambar, which is my wife. And she's going to guide me of making the sambar process. This is a recipe, I think, given to her by her mom from I guess, the original Tamil Nadu Iyengar sambar. And we're going to make it from scratch, no sambar powders, nothing like that. In fact, we're going to make this sambar with pearl onions. These are like small onions. You can see here they're about yay big. I guess in Tamil they call it, what do they call it, Sabha? Kutti Vengai. So it's Kutti Vengai sambar. Okay, here we go. See you on the other side. To make this sambar, here is the spices you would need. 3 teaspoonfuls of coriander seeds, 2 teaspoonfuls of chana dal, half a teaspoonful of methi seeds, 3 tablespoonfuls of grated coconut, and 4 red chilies. Here I have a teaspoonful of mustard seeds, another quarter teaspoonful of methi seeds, some curry leaves. And here are the pearl onions that I bought from the store. There's maybe 20-25 of them. These are the assorted colored ones, but you can pick any of them. Here I have half a cup of cooked tur dal, pressure cooked and mashed, so it looks like this. You can also cook it by boiling it. Here I have a large piece and a small piece of tamarind, which I'm going to soak in water. Okay. Here I have my able chef, helper, and the guide to the cooking process today, Subha Talleri. Say hi to the camera, Subha.
Hi.
Okay, now she's going to peel the little pearl onions. She soaked them in water first. That's the trick she told me that you should do, so that they're easier to peel. So there she's peeling them one at a time, painfully. So the trick is to remove as much of the skin as possible, but not lose too much of the good stuff that you want to eat. And she's got all those things to do. Okay, let's get started on the sambar. First, what we're going to do is to get one of these pans, put them on high flame here, in just medium high. And I'm going to put very little, just maybe a touch of oil. That's it. And then I'm going to get these spices that I showed you before, and I'm going to roast them. First, I'm going to start with the coriander seeds. Put them there. Stretch it down just a little bit. Just wait for it to splutter a little bit. No? I'm going to add the methi seeds. So coriander seeds, methi seeds, then I'm going to add the red chilies, and then I'm going to add the dal, chana dal, and then once they're all roasted, I'll add the coconut in the end. The idea is to take all these together, mix them up, and then grind them into a nice powder. That's going to be your sambar powder. Browning nicely, you can see a little bit of sound here. As for the dal, I'm going to lower this a little bit so it doesn't get burned. Usually you find these with dals, dark brown don't taste so good. Okay, now goes the coconut. Coming on nicely. You can see the smell aroma of the fresh sambar powder. My helper is back, and we've got all this. Sous chef is back, and she put all the powders in the mixie, and we're going to use the Vitamix, and we're going to get it ground into a nice powder here. Okay, now we're going to transfer all this powder into a plate here. Let me show you the consistency of the powder so you know what it looks like. Now we're going to start the sambar. I've started this big vessel in which I'm going to make it. Again, it's one of those Calphalon non-stick ones. And I'm going to add a little bit of oil, maybe 1 to 2 teaspoonfuls. And I've got the methi, mustard seed, and curry leaves. And I'm going to first put methi and mustard seeds in. And we'll try to see them splutter. And once those things splutter, I'm going to add the curry leaves to it and roast them nicely. Once the curry leaves are roasted, then I'm going to add the small onion, kuttivanga, into this, okay? Oh, I forgot. You also need to add a little bit of turmeric powder, which I forgot to tell you. So I'm going to reach to my turmeric powder. And of course, it's also going to need salt. I got the salt out too. Yeah, so we're just getting there now. We add a little bit of turmeric powder now. Just a pinch, not a lot. Maybe a quarter spoon will be good. And here the mustard is spluttering now. Now I'm going to put the curry leaves in. You can hear it spluttering now. Now let's put the onions. Alright, there we go, we got them cooking. Because these things are going to splutter, I'm going to take this lid and put it on top so I don't make a mess of the stove. Okay, and there you go. Okay, now here I've got the tamarind which I've soaked in hot water, so it became like this tamarind water, and I removed the pulp. So I'm going to use this water and put it into that cooking onion mixture. Alright, now I'm going to take the tamarind water. Medium high. Close the lid. Now I'm going to add the salt. I'm going to add about 3/4 teaspoonful here, okay? And I'll add a little bit more. Give it a stir. Leave it there. Salt away. Alright, it's cooking. Okay, it's cooking nicely here. One thing I wanted to tell you guys is that after I put the tamarind water, it felt like there wasn't enough of it, so I made maybe another cup, you know, like the same bowl that I had of amount of water. Added just a little bit more tamarind to it, so and put it in because I'm going to put the dal into this, and I wanted it to have enough of consistency, so it needed a little bit more water. All right, boiling nicely now. Smells yum. Okay, now we're taking turns, and my wife's going to add the ground powder since she prepared it in the mixie into that boiling water. And let me show you guys what it looks like. All right, there you go. Getting mixed nicely.
Smells so good.
All right, now I put the lid back and let it cook for a few more minutes. You want the onions to be soft, not hard inside. But not overcooked so that they fall apart. So you kind of have to keep checking on it periodically. And I'd say it takes maybe about 4 to 5 minutes for it to cook well at high heat. Okay, looks good. Now what we're going to do is to add tur dal. You know, we cooked this tur dal yesterday, but you can make it the same day too. You know, I like to cook in the pressure cooker. It gets done faster. My wife likes to boil it at low heat. Either way, you get it cooked, and then you want it to get to the soft consistency like that, so it kind of mixes well with water. There you have it. All those things are cooking nicely. Almost getting to the home stretch here. Okay, one thing we're going to do now, since we're taking turns, Subha is going to add the coriander leaves to it. Different people are kind of, you know, two schools of thoughts on coriander leaves. I think Subha's mom doesn't like it, but Subha likes it, so she's going to put some in. I like it, so there you go, they're in, and the thing's going to boil for a while. The trick to sambar is you really got to let this sucker boil. That's when all the spices will get into those little onions, and the onions don't taste raw. And there you go. And you want to check the amount of water you put in, because when you're boiling it, sometimes it gets too thick. I had to add just a little bit more water to keep the consistency this way. Check the salt in the water to taste, but pretty much done here. Just let it go for a few more minutes, and then we can plate it. Perfect. There you have it, perfectly made Iyengar Kuttu Vengai Sambar with the help of my sous chef Subha Talluri.